Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel for another season of Alliance War, Season 47, kicking off today with War number 1 against DSVG. I don't believe DSVG is pushing this season. Our team today going in with a couple familiar faces, Chee'ilth and Lady Deathstrike. These were staples on my team last season. Let's jump right in. We're going to be starting off today on path number 4. We have a spot on node 4. So if you hadn't heard, the tactic was nerfed a little bit for this season. Just makes the damage that you take during special attacks a little bit lower. That will come into play later on. But for now, we're going to be going in here with Chee'ilth. You saw me throw on an advanced power boost. That is so that we can get up to our special 2 much more quickly. The special 2 is going to apply a tranquilized debuff, and while that tranquilized debuff is active, Chee'ilth cannot miss. So it makes her a really, really strong spot counter. So we had to do a blind intercept when he had 2 bars of power there because our taunt was about to fall off, but we managed it. I mistimed the last hit of that special 2. That's going to cost me a potion, but otherwise this fight is pretty easy. The tranquilized debuff, every time you prevent a miss, the tranquilized debuff is paused. So, you know, against a spot fight in war, pretty much once you have it up, it's not going to be going away, and down he goes. Alright, moving on, we have an Ascended Weapon X here on node 13. Going to go in here with Lady D. At the start of the fight, you're going to notice the heal block shrugged off. That is one of Lady Deathstrike's kind of little known abilities, that she will remove heal blocks automatically. So the only really thing you have to worry about in this fight is you kind of have to balance how predictably aggressive Weapon X is with the weakness debuffs from long distance relationship, because you really do want to make sure that they don't climb too high, otherwise the fight is going to take much longer, and the longer a fight goes, the more dangerous it becomes, right? So you kind of have to balance like backing off, letting those debuffs expire, but while he's in his berserk phase, he is going to be very aggressive. So you can't like just, you know, let yourself get backed up into the corner. So you kind of have to, again, find that balance between backing off, letting some of those debuffs expire, and then going back in to do some of your damage here. I feel like I do an okay job of this. There was, a couple points just a few seconds ago where I had like 5 or 6 of those weaknesses on me, but it's okay. So we've special or relic intercepted, I guess, with the striker. We've got ferocity active here. Unfortunately, I take a blocked hit there by accident. I meant to dex there and not block, but we're okay. We only have 3 weaknesses on us, and the ruptures are going to put in the last little bit of damage here, and one shorter combo finishes them off. Alright, up in section 2, we're on path 3. And these 2 placements don't really make a lot of sense. Again, I said that DSVG isn't really pushing. That's probably why these are here. So we have a Spider Ham here on node 21. None of the nodes do anything here. There's no bleeds, there's no armor, nothing to worry about here. So this is just a straight tactic fight with Chee'ilth. Try to go for the intercept right away there, but he doesn't cooperate, and I take a combo. So I have to do a bit of a blind intercept there because he was really close to a bar of power. I feel pretty comfortable dodging Spider Ham's special 1 while rooted, so getting the taunt here isn't critical, but using my special 1 as soon as I got that bar of power is very, very important, because you don't want to let his spider sense go up and then he starts evading. You have no protection from, as Chee'ilth, from Spider Ham evading, so you really have to pay attention to your power meter quite a bit. Spider Ham's health pretty low here, so what was this? That's only his 2nd special 1. Heavy counter it easily here, and down he goes. Alright, fight number 4 here. We have a Storm P90X on node 30. Again, nothing really in play here. There's no armor in play, and she's going to be shock immune most of the time anyways. So we're going to go in here with Lady Deathstrike. So Lady Deathstrike cannot have her ability accuracy reduced by mutant champions. You do see that my hits are glancing, so kind of what that means is my hits will still not be critical whenever they glance. However, Storm will be unable to prevent my rupture debuffs from landing. So my rupture debuffs on all the nail attacks are always going to apply, and that's where I'm going to get all of my damage in this fight. Beyond that, there's really nothing else going on here. I'm never going to push her to the special 2, although if I did, it would be fine because I have her heal blocked and the special 2 would never be unblockable. But I take a Storm pretty much every day on my normal AQ path, so I'm very, very comfortable with her special 1. And it's been ages since I think I messed up a dex on it, so... Yeah, with the glancing, again, you're not going to crit pretty much at all in this fight. Once in a while you will. So it does take a little bit longer, but that's just kind of Storm for you, right? She's designed to slow you down a little bit, but other than that, there's really no like imminent danger in this fight, and we finished that fight with almost full health. Alright, last fight of the war for me is a Silk mini on node 49. I died to Silks 2 different times last season for various reasons. This one goes a lot better. So my first problem last season is that she wouldn't let me intercept her, so she is much more cooperative this time. I get the intercept off right away. And the second way that she is extra cooperative is that she's throwing her specials immediately when she gets a bar of power, which is another thing that I struggled with last season. So last season I would have to bait out special attacks, and then I would like inadvertently dex or try to dex the first hit, and then you would die right away because, you know, getting hit by a special attack from Silk last season was an instant death sentence, right? So at some point during this fight, the taunt wears off, and she doesn't go for an intercept. She gets a bar of power, and I'm forced to attempt a blind intercept when she has a bar of power, which is normally a very, very risky thing to do. You should only attempt that if you absolutely need to. So right here, she doesn't go for it. I go for the special 2 for some reason instead, pushing her over bar power. Now I'm like, okay. So now I need to get the intercept off. Instead, she special intercepts me, and I take the special 1 to the face. However, it doesn't kill me. You remember I talked earlier about the tactic being tuned down this season, so the potency of the daunted effects are a little bit lower, which is why I was able to survive that. So last season that would have been a death. This season I get to live to fight another day. So at this point I know the fight is over because I have my special 1 available and my striker if I need it, and down she goes. So you know, I'm glad that the tactic was tuned down because otherwise I would have given up a death. So yeah, that results in a 0 death war, which I'm really happy with, and the first time that I was successfully able to get 3 attack bonuses on a Silk in this tactic. So happy with that as well. 5 kills, 0 deaths for me, and our record starting out at a very positive 1-0. I think we had only 5 total deaths across the alliance this war, so a really, really good start. We struggled quite a bit in many wars last season with deaths, so keeping them within reason, I think, is a pretty good sign for the rest of the season. So, folks, buckle up. It's going to be another fun season. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button for me, and as always, thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.